Saxby.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. And it's a pleasure to speak in this debate today, and I welcome so much of this Levelling Up bill. I am going to address my comments to the housing issues in my beautiful North Devon constituency, which I know are reflected across rural and coastal constituencies around the country. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to put on the record my thanks to the Minister for letting me repeat myself time and time again, and his constant engagement on this matter. But I do very much hope that what's currently in my mind missing from this bill, I might be able to persuade him to consider as it makes its passage through the House. The peninsula of Devon and Cornwall has seen an explosion in short-term holiday lets and second home ownership, particularly since the start of the pandemic. And whilst we recognise the importance of our tourism economy, our housing market is now just simply out of balance. We just do not have homes for people to live in if they work locally. The affordability issues already spoken about by other colleagues from Devon, it is replicated even more so in North Devon. We are the second fastest growing house price part of the country, with a rise of over 22% this year alone, and simply wages are not keeping up with that. So since 2016, Devon has seen 4,000 homes come out of private rent and 11,000 join the short-term holiday listings. As of today, in Ilfracombe, which is a rural and coastal town of a population of 12,000, there is one long-term rental available on Rightmove. If you would like to come on holiday there this June, there are 560 available options, and this imbalance is simply unsustainable for us. The demand for social housing within rural communities is currently growing 6 times faster than the rate of supply. At the current rates, the backlog of low-income families needing accommodation will take 121 years to clear. We need to find other ways to enable people to build houses and for local people to move into them. My Lib Dem Council, I am pleased to welcome today that they have now finally started taking some action, as they do have some tools in their toolbox to do things. I wrote to them first over a year ago, so it is a delight that they are starting to tackle some of the derelict properties which are scattered across my constituency. But there really is so much more that still needs to be done. There is far too much leeway for homes to be built without meeting these affordability needs. And in order to address the problem of vacant and second homes, additional planning measures are needed. The council tax changes, whilst welcome, will not be sufficient and are already incurring unintended consequences. I very much hope a new clause can be brought into this bill, which will require planning permission to change homes from other tenures into short-term tenancies and holiday accommodation. The Secretary of State earlier in his speech spoke about creating neighbourhoods, not dormitories. We need to create communities where people who work locally can also afford to live, whereas at present we are at risk of just becoming a winter ghost town.